Hey!
Hey guys, welcome to Wild Love Online tonight. We are so glad that you are joining us. I am Susie.
I am Matt, and we are the youth pastors here at C3 Hepburn Heights. And hey, we are in for a treat tonight. I'm so excited, and we just want to welcome anyone that's here for the first time. You are amazing. So glad you could join with us. And for those that don't know, C3 Youth happens every single Friday night at 6 p.m. At the moment, everything's online, but you can tune in, you can join us every single Friday night.
Yeah, and so we have an incredible night ahead for our Wild Love Online night, and we are going to be hearing from some amazing high schoolers from our youth group, and so I'm very excited to hear from them later on. And we're also going to have an awesome after party, and giveaways can be won.
Giveaways, come on.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And just now we are going to be watching a little mini video, and this year we have decided to film something that happens every year with our leaders. We do an annual car rally, and so we just wanted to record it so that you guys could enjoy some of the fun as well.
It's about to get wild, so get comfy, find your snacks. This is like a mini movie, so enjoy it. And also, so there's three teams, right? There's QB team. There is the Hepburn Heights boys and the Hepburn Heights girls. And so you need to comment below who you think is going to win throughout the video. So get comfy and enjoy.
What is up, guys? We have the C3 Youth Car Rally. We have HH boys, HH girls, and QB. And we basically, rules are, they've got a list of stuff on this bit of paper that they've all got. They have to complete it throughout the city, and the winning team gets the Car Rally Cup. So, we're gonna get started because I don't like talking and I want them to do crazy stuff. So, get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go!
So this is the first challenge because I don't do exercise.
Get in. Go.
Oh no!
Where's James?
Alright.
James!
We're in the back, which is a bit unlucky, but that's alright.
Where's James? James!
Go, get in!
There's the boys.
Should I open it? Okay. Where's my seatbelt?
Safety first.
Okay.
Get in, Nog!
Yeah.
Get in, Nog! We're ready.
Alright.
Yeah,
You know, I'm a professional vlogger.
Wait, everyone's belt's done, eh?
Yep.
I don't even have my seatbelt on.
I don't care. I mean,
Let's
Safety
rank that.
conscious, eh?
This is the fastest car in the world.
oh yeah.
Wait, take them out.
Mine in the way, words that I found, my diamonds, my diamonds, are mine,
I just have the overwhelming urge to make a TikTok. Okay, so we're going to stick our first Wild Love sign. We're going to stick it right there. Emma's just peeling it off now. Let's go.
Pretty smile. Love that.
Sorry. Yeah, climb out.
Josh, move!
Go, Josh! Move! How do we put the seat?
I don't know. You paying for my parking or what?
First one, boys. First one for the day.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
So we're just walking now to do one of our challenges, the public meltdown, where I will be melting down publicly. There's Emma just walking. Hey. There's Sean. Oh, gotta angle that up because tall boy.
Tall boy.
Yeah, so stay tuned for my public meltdown.
It got worse!
I'm not going.
This isn't the parking spot!
I thought it was.
You wrecked your mirror!
She'll be right.
Sorry, there's someone coming! Go down, go down!
This is cool. I'm no.
What are you doing?
I told you.
Louder.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Youth is still online and I'm just so desperate for it to go back to see Matt Pritchard and Ben Spitzer and that guy from Lemonade Mouth.
Never gonna do, never gonna let you go, never gonna let you go, because I want you.
Come on, ladies.
Oh no! No! Go faster, go faster.
A big old bird.
Okay, so I'm about to have my public meltdown. I don't know how loud do you think I need to yell?
Pretty loud.
I can barely hear you.
If you can hear me, here we go. I'm so sick and tired of youth online and watching Ben Spitzer muck around while Matt Pritchard is doing the message. All I want to do is watch WWE and John Cena and that guy from Lemonade Mouth wrestle with Obama while I eat a tablespoon of maple syrup. And I would listen to Ariana Grande, but she's pretty overrated. Go the Flying Dolphins.
I have 64 arrows in my inventory. I'm a good player.
If you try and if you try and spread it out at the bottom.
What are you doing, Josh?
I'm putting a sticker on the cactus.
Yeah, nice.
Is it pronounced cacti?
Well, there's two of them.
There's 4 actually.
Yeah. Well, nah, but only.
Actually no, one is in the air, it's 3.
Yeah, nice.
This is going to be a good reel, isn't it?
Hurry up, dog.
I am single! Please, someone! I'm offering up a date right here, please, someone! A date me, please! Please! No one! Not gonna date me! Sir, please, I'm available. Please, sir, come on. I do swing that way, please, sir. Come on! What's going on?
Yeah.
We're just looking for a tree. There's a couple, but they're on a pretty busy street. And so, I don't want to be a public nuisance, you know, Caitlin?
Yeah, I know.
And they're all like up really tall. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's important we don't be public menaces.
Baby, 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 no, like baby, baby, oh, I thought you'd always be mine.
Josiah, show us the wrestling figure we're getting.
Ah, yes. It is.
Oh, I know, looking.
Hey guys, so we're here with an update. We are struggling because we just don't have the courage to go up to people, and also because in the city it's like a work day. Everyone is literally on a mission, like they're walking with a purpose, and we don't have the courage to go up to someone who looks like they have a meeting to get to and say, will you sing with me? Yeah. So yeah, that's our update. Woo!
So AJ is about to get a haircut.
Let me do that so it doesn't go in your eyes. Hold on, I'm so scared right now.
I gotta do more.
Listen to the way those scissors are hacking through his hair.
Jeez, you're confident. Just go for it.
All right, let's go.
Hello. Hello. There we go. Everyone's in now. Final challenge is worth 300 points now. You've got to go and get a stick, the biggest stick you can find, then drive all the way to the St. Stephen's Duncraig Year 12 car park, drop off 3 people at the car park. You need to tie 2 people's shoes together and have a 3-legged race whilst the 3rd person records from St. Stephen's here to church. First team here, they get 300 points. The rest are suckers.
Do the stick, do we hit each other or?
You're joking, right?
They have to three-legged. Sorry, they have to three-legged lace from the car park to church.
Yeah, it's just.
That's a bit crazy, yo. That's a bit crazy.
That's when we record or?
That's a bit
Crazy.
Alrighty then.
Okay, Jazz, can you update us on what just happened?
I don't even know.
We'll go grab a stick from there. We'll drive around to Chesil, grab a stick, then we'll just go straight to St. Stephen's because we're closer than anyone else. We'll be first.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know where anyone else is.
Just go. Let's just do it.
But
This is a three-person effort.
How many people does it take to break off a tree branch?
At least 3. Hurry up!
We're already behind schedule. We got it.
Go, just go. Drive! We got a full tree in here.
Yeah. I can't believe we're gonna have to go on Warwick Road.
We got a tree in the car, dude. Oh, dude.
For the final challenge, we're pulling into St. Stephen's and we are going to grab a stick. Jess and Jazz are going to be doing the three-legged race and we're going to hustle our way back to church. And we think we've got this. We think we're in the lead because we were heading back anyway. So we think we might get these points if we've done nothing else. So we're ready.
How are we doing, James?
We're almost there. Like probably 2 minutes.
You have to go that way,
Alright.
then take a left, follow the. Alright, you ready? Just open my phone.
This is our stick.
These feet are 1, these feet are 2. So go 1.
Wait, hold on.
Alright.
So,
Go, quick. There's the girls.
2, 1.
In. Go down. In, out, in, out, in, out. Yeah, hi, that's it. In, out, in, get out of the way! In, out, in,
Do you guys want to untie it quickly and then run? Do you guys want to untie it quickly and then run because no one's looking?
hey guys.
Hello.
We're doing a race. We're doing a race.
Oh no, is that, what's his name?
We've officially given up. We were walking down that bridge, but Hepburn Heights is that way, so we can't be bothered. And Lindley's come to rescue us. Thank you, Lindley, but we are not forgetting this bad boy.
So we just saw the team of girls drive past and realized
No girls there.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
ready to commit to the whole.
we were ready to walk half an hour tied together. And so we thought, nah, better not. So we're just gonna drive back to church. We're all winners in the eyes of the Lord.
Oh,
Exactly.
shut up.
Crossing the road.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a good light.
There might be someone at the park. It will be quicker that way.
Yeah, go that way.
We'll hop again because that's the quickest.
Alright. Just keep walking.
Now we've got to walk quick.
Oh, is it them?
Yeah, here come the boys.
How are we doing? Where are the others?
The girls are like 10 minutes behind you.
Oh yeah, find them and push them over as the sabotage.
Yeah,
thing.
sabotage them.
They're long gone, bro. They're long
They're
gone.
far behind.
They're way
Yeah,
gone.
wait here for them and then Josh, get out of the car.
The boys' car's here.
The last stretch. Come on, pump it out, boys.
Is someone coming? Ah, it's the boys. They got a tree. The boys got.
Oh, hello.
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 It's a stick.
Got the tree. Got the tree.
It's a stick.
The tree. They got a big stick. Wait. And look who else is here. It's more of the boys.
Guys, we have to get in the tree for the extra time.
Oh, the boys. Well, they got 300 points because they're the first team here, but they still got to get in a tree. Yeah.
Ryan's actually just an ape.
You heard it here on camera. Felicity thinks Ryan is an ape. Alright, they got in a tree. Who's taking your photo? Okay. Oh, disappointing as QB arrive, having seen the boys already here, popping up a big fat L, and the girls, but where are their teams?
Ready? Let's get that rhythm back. Oops, sorry. Okay, keep going, lads, let's go. Can we maybe run because it needs to look like the...
Why is all the QB here? What is this? What is this drama? All QB's here. So, are we just waiting on the girls now?
They're there.
Are they?
Yeah, second. Yeah.
The girls! Wow, the girls make it. Three-legged race and all. No. Yes. And vote for who you think won in the comments. It's Brett the Hitman. Vote for who you think won in the comments below. I think the boys have won.
Yeah.
Take it, Sean. I'm breaking the side. I'm breaking the side. Sean lost. Put hashtag Sean lost in the comments. Well, there you have it. Car Rally 2020.
So good.
Amazing. So funny. So funny. Well, we want to let you know a few key announcements of what is coming up in the life of C3 Youth. So on Sundays we have church. And you can join us. We have church online, so you can watch it on YouTube at 9:30 every Sunday morning. And also, we can gather in person now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
In person, which is awesome. So you just need to register a ticket. It's free tickets to come along. There's a 9:30 and 11 a.m. service every single Sunday. Yeah. So join us for that. And also, check us out on social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Like, comment, subscribe, and get all the info that you need.
Yeah, so good. Well, we are about to hear from our amazing high schoolers, and Pastor Matt is going to be hosting for us tonight. So we're going to be hearing from them how to be incredible friends. And so why don't you get ready, get some snacks, get comfy, and we're going to be hearing from Sam, Evan, and Rach in just a moment.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Wild Love Night Online. I'm so excited that you could be with us tuning in tonight. We are doing something a little bit different tonight, something a little bit special. We have 3 interviews with 3 incredible young people. We are interviewing Sam, Evan, and Rach, and tonight we're going to be talking about the topic of friends. Now, I'm not talking about the 1990s, early 2000s sitcom, but we're talking about how we can be great friends to those in our lives. And so we're going to be having some heart-to-heart chats about this topic. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you get so much out of it. And you know, tonight it's called Wild Love Night. And for those that haven't been around C3 Youth, we always talk about wild love. We believe in the power of wild love, and our desire, our heart, our passion is that every single high schooler would encounter the wild love of God, that it would not just be something they hear about, but they would experience it, that wild love would be alive in us, but that it wouldn't just stop there, but the wild love of God would actually flow through us to those around us, including our friends. So I hope you enjoy tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the first interview. Hey guys, so here we are, first interview for tonight. I'm with the incredible Sam. How you going?
Yeah, good yourself, Matt?
I'm doing pretty well. Tonight we are talking about friends and how to have great friendships with loving our friends. And so before we get into the chat tonight, I want to ask you, what have you been getting up to since C3 has been online?
Since it's been online, obviously this whole pandemic, whole routine's changed.
Routine, yeah.
Definitely, mainly for me, being in year 12, a lot of stress has gone into it, not knowing if we're graduating. But yeah, definitely Fridays, nice escape, chatting with my mates online. But now that we're going back to a nice routine, it's more football, gym, sport.
Football, so I think you're talking about soccer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, EPL is back this weekend.
Yeah, beautiful.
Looking forward to it. Who do you go for?
Man City.
Man City. I'm Manchester United. Oh, come on, mate. Anyway. Alright, well, we're going to get into it. So, what does wild love in your friendships look like?
I think mainly for me, being in a non-Christian environment at school, that's my main friendship groups, it's definitely harder with that, as it's harder to openly talk about your religion.
Yeah.
Mainly for me, it's just going out of my way to message them throughout the day, instead of, because at school we're all mates, but then once we leave, especially as guys, we put this mask up, and it's we don't really care, and we try not to show emotion, we try to be tough. But I think for me, it's mainly just trying to break down that wall and just actually show you care, just by going out, messaging them, seeing how they were doing. Yeah, just catching up. That's
so true. I like what you said about messaging, because so often we can think about it, but then actually messaging our friends, that takes that extra step of actually doing it. We always think about, I could encourage my friend, or I thought of that person, but then actually doing it, that's a way we can actually love on our friends. So I love that. That's really cool. For sure. And so Sam, how have you experienced this in your friendships?
Well, most recent thing happened. One of my mates, he's been trying to change his ways. He was into some dodgy stuff earlier in this year. Him trying to get out of that, as a collective with me and all my mates. Obviously, we're yeah, cool, good on you, you do it. But it's more going, I found myself reaching out to him, just letting him know, hey man, we're all proud of you. We don't show it, but we actually care, and keep going. If you need, we're here.
That's awesome.
We got you.
That's so cool. And I love that with our friends, we can do that together. And it's encouraging each other to help each other out as well. It's not just you being a good friend to one person, but you can encourage all your mates to get around that one friend who's going through a hard time or something. But that's really cool. And so Sam, everything you just said, talking to the people right now that are watching this video, what can they do to live this out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say definitely be intentional with what you're doing. Don't just do it for the sake of it. I got told to do this is what I should be doing. Do it out of the goodness of your heart because you want to do it. And definitely one tip that I would give, if I could give someone any tips, is when you think about it, do it straight away, because 90% of the time you're just being I'll just do it later. But you usually just forget. Yeah. So definitely
end up doing something else. Yeah. I love that. Do it straight away. And I think when we think about sending that encouraging message or something, and then we overthink it, and then we think about, what are they going to say? What are people going to think of me? And then we kind of psych ourselves out of actually doing it. And then we're whatever, it's not a big deal anymore. And so I love that thought of as soon as you think about it, just do it. Just go there, send that message, talk to that friend. I love it. Yeah, sure. Well, how good has Sam been? Sharing some gold here today. Thanks so much for speaking with us.
Cheers for allowing me to speak.
Just a round of applause for Sammy. Next we have Evan Hayes coming to share, so we're going to head to that interview right now. Evan.
Hey.
How you going?
Pretty good.
Have a good day?
Yeah, alright.
That's pretty good. I like your jumper, man.
Thanks.
Is that school uniform underneath?
Yes.
Love a good school uniform. Anyway, here we are, second interview of tonight, talking about friends, how we can be great friends by loving other people. And I have the incredible Evan here, and he's going to share right now. So yeah, just give a wave to the people. Beautiful. All right, well, let's get into it. So first of all, though, what have you been getting up to? I haven't seen you for ages. How's youth online going? What have you been up to during this time?
I've been learning how to play the piano.
Play the piano?
For fun, because I can. Yeah.
Any particular songs you've been playing?
Yeah, I started because I wanted to learn how to play the Legend of Zelda theme on the piano.
Incredible.
Just because I wanted to.
How have you gone with it?
Pretty good. I can do the main theme by hand. I can't do the bass notes yet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, if you could play any instrument, like, the best, like, master it, you would do piano?
Yeah, because you can play the most songs on it. Like, you can almost play anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's ask the people, what instrument would you choose if you could play anything in the world and be like the master of it? What would you choose? Comment below. See if there's any other piano lovers out there.
Yeah.
I like piano as well. I'll probably do drums, a bit more noise, but yeah. Anyway, well, so talking about friends tonight, and so what does wild love in your friendships look like for you?
Wild love in my friendships is just being there for each other, supporting each other, and being good people. Like, if someone's going through a tough time, looking out for them, and just hanging out and being friends with each other.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, like, really looking out for your friends.
Yeah.
So how can we do this? How can we actually look out for our friends, be there for our friends?
We can live this out in our lives just by being good people, being there for our friends, and, like, no matter how tough it gets, always supporting them in whatever they do.
Yeah. And have you experienced this yourself with your friendships?
My experience of this was last year when my uncle died. My friends were really supportive of me and helped me through a really tough time. That was really helpful.
And so how did they support you, kind of thing? What did that look like?
That mainly looked like just them, like, being kind to me if I was having a bit of a bad day, just kind of giving me space and asking me if I was okay.
Yeah.
And just that little bit helped a lot.
That's so cool. I love how we need our friends together.
Yeah.
It's especially in the tough times. Like, good friends are there in the tough times, not just the fun times, joking around. You need friends like that, but then also when things, aren't so great in life, we can have those people out there encouraging us. So that's really cool. Any final words, anything you want to encourage people with?
Yeah, I just want to encourage people to, if they have a friend who's going through a tough time, or maybe they don't really particularly like someone because maybe they're just suddenly changed, if you think it's something that is wrong with them in their personal life, just be there for them, ask them how they are every day, because just that little bit can help them a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Any Bible verses you wanted to share with people? Anything that's encouraged you being a great friend?
Galatians 6 verse 2. Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. I just feel like this is helpful for us because we need to help each other bear our burdens in life. Sometimes those burdens can be too big to bear on our own. Yeah. And that's where friends can really support and help you. Yeah. To get through tough times.
Yeah, I think a popular saying, I love that, is we are stronger together, we are better together, and that's so true, and that resonates in that scripture you just said. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, Evan, so much for sharing about friends. Next, we have Rach coming to share, and so that is on the other side of this. Hey, Rach.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Third and final interview for tonight. I'm here with the incredible Rach, and we're going to be talking about friends, how to be great friends, and so we're going to get into that. But first of all, what have you been getting up to since you've been online?
I'm in year 11, so I've mostly been studying for exams, which hasn't been the most fun, but that's over now. So a lot of working. I work at a news agency and post office. Driving because I'm on my L's at the moment.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and just like focusing on my fitness when sport comes back, and
Nice. Have you got a car yet? Have you got?
Yeah, I've got a little Getz. His name's Nelson.
Nelson?
Yeah.
Love naming cars.
Yeah,
Is Nelson is that someone special to you, or just?
Nah, just a cool name.
Nelson. It's solid. Good Australian name. That's great. Awesome. So tonight we've been talking about how to be great friends, and we're talking about we need love to love on our friends, but to give love we first need to receive love. And for us as Christians, as followers of Jesus, we receive that from him. And so for you, how have you experienced the wild love of Jesus in your life?
Yeah, so for about 2 years now, I've been dealing with diagnosed anxiety.
Wow.
And throughout those 2 years, even though I was baptised in year 7, I got really, really close to just being an atheist. Like I was, I stopped going to youth for like 4 months.
No.
Yeah, I just like I didn't see how anyone could believe in something that had so many unknowns. And I guess like my trust wasn't great at all. And when I came back by my best mate Maddie tricking me into coming back.
Shout out to Maddie.
Love you, Mads. I was just like, I just felt this overwhelming love from so many youth leaders, even some that I didn't really know, just came up to me and they're like, hey, good to see you back. Wow. I was like, whoa, you know my name, that's sick. But and so I've grown up in a Christian home, so I've had a lot of people like assume things about my life just based off my family, both religion related and just like personality related.
Yeah.
So when I was like, all right, I actually need to figure out what I believe based off me, and so I went away and I just like researched Christianity from a Christian point of view, but also from an atheist point of view. And I tried to tackle big questions.
So you really got in there.
Yeah.
And you had these big questions about life and about God and all that.
And I didn't want to base my answers off emotion and feelings.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, I've got enough evidence that points towards God. And every time I researched a new question, the evidence kept pointing to God. And I was like, so when summer camp rolled around at the start of this year, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm chilling, I reckon I can make a decision. So Saturday night, regardless of how anxious I felt, regardless of the fact I didn't really feel God's presence, and we didn't even have like a specific salvation moment. I was just I walked up to Susie during extended worship and I was like, Suze, I want to make a decision to follow God. And that night I did, and I didn't it wasn't like an overwhelming oh my goodness, I've just made a decision.
On the floor, oh my goodness.
Full crying kind of thing. I was more just I now had a strength that I could live my life by, and instead of trying to run from my anxiety and going I really hope I don't get anxious today, it was more I could get anxious today, how can I live by that, and more taking it head on. And I guess when you have that strength, you can then go and share that with other people. Yeah. And so receiving that love was something that I couldn't research and only could really find out just by experiencing it. And that's how I got it.
What a powerful story right there. You heard it first from Rach. But I love that it's not just head knowledge, and it's also not just a feeling, but it's the two go hand in hand. And 100%. To really know God's love, it goes beyond what we can fathom and understand in our mind, and experiencing God's love. So that's so cool. And so Rach, how has you experiencing, encountering, knowing the love of Jesus, how has that helped you actually be a better friend to those in your life?
Yeah, so I think it's made me realise how important it is to build my relationships with people that I already have relationships with, but also to step outside my comfort zone and make new friends and talk to those people that and I think at school, when popularity and social status seems like the world, it's really hard to do that. And I've definitely had a few times where my values have contradicted with other people's values, and but once I received God's love and I gained the strength and mustered up the confidence to go and talk to those people, 90% of the time I got a really good reaction from it. And just kind of not showing God's love directly, not going around talking about him everywhere I can and going, you need to follow God, that kind of stuff. More just kind of just being a good person, being a good mate. And I think if you've got good mates, it's less about your different beliefs and more about how you're there for one another. And so I think receiving God's love let me go and do that and share that with other people.
No, I love that it's about that friendship as well, and that we're not just going up to people and telling you need to love Jesus, but it's actually demonstrating that love, and that happens in friendships. And when you have a great friendship with someone, they're more open to trusting and hear what you have to say, and they can see your life and your values and how you conduct yourself. And as Christians, we live out a life that represents Jesus and his love. And so that's awesome that we can build those relationships and then hopefully open up and have a conversation about Jesus. But that's awesome. You're amazing, Rach. That's such a incredible story. And I remember that moment at camp, summer camp, and yeah, it was awesome. So thank you so much for sharing. Well, there you go. Have it, guys. 3 interviews done on Friends. We hope you guys have got a lot out of it, and we'll see you next. How good were those 3 interviews with Sam, Evan, and Rach? And you know what? At the end of the day, for us to be the greatest friends possible to our friends, it starts with wild love. That we will be people that have wild love for others. You know, our high schools, our friends, they desperately need the wild love that we can give. You know, wild love that isn't just here one moment and gone the next. Wild love that never gives up on people. Wild love that doesn't gossip about people and tear people down, but wild love that speaks life and encourages people. Wild love that forgives people of the mistakes that they've made. Wild love that sees those that are in need and doesn't just think about doing something about it, but actually does something about it. Wild love that is willing to be kind to people even though they hurt you and they made mistakes. And wild love that isn't conditional, but wild love that is for all people. And this is what wild love is. This is how we make friends in high school through the ups and downs. We can be there constantly showing our love to others. And you know, wild love, it's not just a cool saying we have at C3 Youth. It's not just a characteristic we have or some cool idea. Wild love is actually a person. Wild love is Jesus Christ. And Jesus, he didn't just talk about love, he is love. Jesus is the definer, he is the author, he is the personification of love. Jesus is the greatest of all time friends. He is like the GOAT friend, your best friend. And that even though we aren't perfect, we make mistakes, he still loves us and he's still right there for us every single time. You know, in the Bible, in 1 John 3:16, it says, this is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. And you see, us as humanity, you and I, we are broken people. We've made mistakes. We've done things that we wish we didn't do before. And, you know, we hurt each other sometimes. You just have to turn on the news to see the suffering and the pain that people cause other people. And it's because we have a brokenness in us. We are all flawed human beings. We've all thought things, done things, said things that we regret. And it's because we have sin in our life. And, you know, sin, it actually separates us from God. Because we're sinful and God, He is perfect, He is holy, He is pure. And so there's this gap between us and God. But God didn't want that gap. He wants to love us. He does love us despite our sin. And so He wanted to deal with our sin. And, you know, for our sin to be dealt with, a sacrifice had to be made. Something had to be paid for the price of our sin. And so God, He paid the price for us. He came to earth through His Son, Jesus Christ. And Jesus, He died on a cross. And he took the pain and the hurt that we have, and He took it all upon Himself. And He died, and He took that pain for us. But the story doesn't end there. On the third day, Jesus rose from the grave, meaning that Jesus has victory over sin. He has defeated sin. He has defeated your sin in your life. So that what this means now is that even though we are sinful and we still make mistakes, we can be in relationship with God. How amazing is that? You know, one of the things I love about Jesus is that He didn't just come, die, and then leave. But Jesus, He lived the perfect life. He lived the perfect life that we could not live. A perfect life with no sin. And how Jesus lived His life was actually by loving others. Jesus loved others. Jesus, the Son of God, He never placed Himself in a position above others. He led by serving and He loved by serving. He washed feet. He fed thousands. He walked to visit the and heal the sick and the dead. He spent time loving on those that were popular and greedy and selfish, but then he also spent times with those that no one else cared about. Jesus lived a life of humility and serving others. Jesus, he was not stressed by time, what others thought of him, or a list of tasks to accomplish each day. Jesus was led by the Spirit of God and followed his promptings to serve, love, and help others. No task was ever beneath Jesus, and no person was ever unworthy. He truly loved the poor and the hurting people, those that couldn't give him anything in return. Jesus truly loved the forgotten ones, the people who usually fell through the cracks. And I want to tell you tonight, listen to me. Jesus loves you no matter who you are. You don't have to fit in a certain box and be a certain person to be loved by God. You don't have to have everything in your life perfect before you can be in relationship with God. But he loves you right where you are. He loves you no matter what your past says about yourself. He loves you no matter what you think about yourself. But he is right there. He cares for you. He created you. He values you. He sees you as worthy. And he has a bright future for your life. Jesus, he has a love that is so wild for you. It cannot be contained. Tonight, you may be listening to this and you haven't made a decision to invite Jesus into your heart. And right now, I want to give you this opportunity to accept Jesus into your heart. And so, can everyone just close their eyes right now? Wherever you are, just when you close your eyes, push away every distraction, push away the snacks, turn off the devices, and listen to me right now. If you need to make a decision to invite Jesus into your heart, to make him Lord of your life, this is your moment right now. I'm going to count to 3. And once I've counted to 3, I want you to raise your hand. You know, no one's looking. I can't see you. I know you're just in your room. But I want you to raise a hand. And this is a sign of saying, yes, Jesus, I invite you into my heart tonight. And so I'm going to count to 3 and I want you to raise your hand. Here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, raise your hand. Say yes to Jesus right now. So good. All those hands being raised. Can't see them, but I know they're out there. Say yes to Jesus right now. I'm just going to leave it one more moment. If you're wrestling with it, just say yes to Jesus right now. Jump in, take a step of faith, and raise your hand. Awesome. Those that raise their hands, I'd love to pray with you right now. And I'm going to say a prayer and I want you to repeat the words after me. And you know, prayers, it's just talking with God. It's just sharing our heart with God. And so we're going to pray this prayer together. So I'm going to say these words and then you repeat them after me. Heavenly Father, thank you that you love me. Thank you that you sent Jesus to die on the cross for me. And thank you that Jesus rose from the grave so I can be free. Tonight, I decide to accept you, Jesus, into my life. Tonight, I decide to turn away from my sin. Turn away from my old ways of living. And I turn to you tonight, Jesus. Jesus, help me to love others just like you. I accept your love for me tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Congratulations. That is the best decision you can ever make. You are amazing and we are cheering you on. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the interviews tonight and thanks for tuning in.
Well, congratulations if that's you. You just made a decision accepting Jesus' love into your life. That is incredible. We love you and we celebrate you and we want to help you. And so if you made that decision, we'd love to encourage you to chat to your Connect group leader. We're not supposed to do this alone. And so we want to help you discover more about Jesus in your life. So make sure you reach out, message a friend, even if you don't know who your Connect group leader is, who invited you tonight. Message them and they'd love to chat to you as well about this decision you've just made. So amazing decision and we love you so much.
Come on, what a night so far, but it's just getting started. Yeah. We still have the after party which is about to start in a moment. And so for those that don't know, we're meeting on Zoom, and there's giveaways to be won, and so you want to be a part of it. You don't want to miss out. So if you don't know what the Zoom link is, message your Connect group leader or DM us on social media, and we'll send that link to you straight away. But have an amazing night. We love you guys, and thanks for tuning in for Wild Love Night Online. We'll see you later.
Woo.